Before we start, picture this. You wake up tomorrow in your perfectly normal house. You pour your coffee, scroll on your phone, maybe check the weather. Everything seems fine. Then you notice something off. Your walls might be slowly poisoning you. Your city might be running secret experiments on ordinary citizens. Entire communities are quietly erased from history books as if someone pressed delete on reality itself. Sounds like a horror movie? Yeah, except this is real American history. Stranger than fiction, darker than your worst internet rabbit hole, and most people have no clue it even happened. All right, let's get started. Number 10. The poison wallpaper problem. Imagine waking up in your adorable little 1800s home. You stretch, yawn, maybe hum a little tune, and then you start hallucinating. Pets die, kids get sick, and the room smells weirdly like poison. Victorians were obsessed with green, not just any green, arsenic-laced green, known as Shields green. It was everywhere: wallpaper, dresses, carpets, even children's toys. Here's the kicker. When humidity rises, the arsenic vaporizes. So a simple hot bath? Congratulations. Your living room is now a tiny chemical weapon. Doctors blamed bad air, stress, or female hysteria. Not the walls, not the wallpaper. Nope. People were dying stylishly. And if that wasn't enough, some families kept the wallpaper because it matched the drapes. Priorities, right? Punchline. Interior design was basically polite murder, but at least it was color coordinated. Number 9. The human zoo exhibits. Picture this: a wholesome family day at the zoo. Lions, elephants, maybe a confused monkey. Then you turn a corner and there's a human being in a cage. Not a performer, not an employee, a living exhibit. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, America displayed real humans, indigenous people, Africans, even people from remote islands, as ethnological curiosities. They were forced to act primitive while crowds gawked. Ota Benga, a Congolese man, was famously placed in a Bronx zoo cage right next to monkeys. Advertised as educational. Crowds laughed, children pointed, adults clapped. Punchline: society looked at human suffering and thought, yes, excellent learning material. Number 8. The radium beauty craze. Once upon a time, glowing was trendy. Americans decided radioactive radium must be healthy. Why not? Glowing teeth equals vitality, right? Radium was in toothpaste, face cream, even energy tonics for rich people wanting radioactive pep in their step. Factory women painted watch dials and were told to lick the brushes to keep precision. Daily. For years. Later, their teeth fell out. Their jaws literally crumbled. Bones shattered. They became known as the Radium Girls, poster children for corporate negligence. Companies knew, but profits were more important than teeth. Or lives. Punchline: not a glow-up. A slow-motion self-destruction. Number 7. Government infection experiments. Imagine volunteering for a medical program and realizing later you were the experiment. Without consent. The U.S. government exposed prisoners, poor communities, and minorities to syphilis, radiation, and toxic chemicals to see what would happen. Some studies went on for decades. Even after cures were discovered, patients were denied treatment, ruining the data. People suffered, families destroyed. Researchers took notes like it was a science project. Punchline: nothing says freedom like a surprise lab trial. Number 6. The town that just died. Imagine a quiet, peaceful town. Families live, kids play, dogs bark. Then suddenly people get sick. Pets die. Water smells off. Food tastes strange. That was Times Beach, Missouri. Officials sprayed oil on roads to control dust, but the oil contained dioxin, one of the most toxic chemicals on Earth. Eventually, the government evacuated the town. Homes abandoned, streets empty, families gone. Like a typo in the middle of reality. Now it's a park. Picnic tables, kids running, people jogging, all on what was essentially a chemical disaster zone. Punchline: family fun with a side of toxic fallout. Number 5. The orphan train children. Over 200,000 children were loaded onto trains, shipped across America like lost luggage with legs. Homeless, poor, abandoned kids from big cities were sent to rural families who could pick them like produce. Some found loving homes, some found lifelong labor. Siblings were split, names changed, histories erased, all for the sake of starting over. Punchline: nothing screams family like a pick-and-choose child market. Number 4. The asylum horror era. Feeling sad, overworked, too emotional. In the 1800s and early 1900s, that was reason enough for an asylum visit. Inside, treatment meant ice baths, spinning chairs, electroshock, and lobotomies, basically scrambled brains with a medical license. Patients went in functioning, came out empty, or didn't come out at all. Punchline: your therapist used to come with a drill and a towel. Number 3. The Black Wall Street Massacre, 1921, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street, one of the wealthiest black communities in America. Businesses, schools, doctors, thriving wealth. Then, in less than 24 hours, a mob destroyed it. Homes burned, families killed, explosives dropped from planes, hundreds dead, thousands displaced. Textbooks barely mentioned it for decades, erased like a typo in history. Punchline: hard to study history when history ghosts you. Number 2. The fake nuclear safety tests. During the Cold War, the government built fake American towns to test nuclear bombs. Fake families, groceries, everything. Then nukes were dropped nearby. Fallout reached nearby real towns. Real people exposed. Real cancers developed. Meanwhile, kids were told to duck and cover, like a desk could stop a hydrogen bomb. Punchline: that desk had more confidence than sense. Number 1. The body snatching business. Medical schools needed corpses. Not enough legal ones. Grave robbers solved the shortage. Families installed cages, hired guards, set traps to protect loved ones. Some corpses were stolen from cemeteries overnight. Punchline: death used to require home security. And when you think about it, the scariest part isn't poison, experiments, or violence. It's that normal people lived in the middle of it all. They laughed, worked, fell in love, ate pie, went to church, all while history quietly cooked its next nightmare. Next time you complain about slow Wi-Fi or a messed up coffee order, remember, at least your wallpaper isn't trying to kill you. That's all for today. I'll be making more videos like this, so subscribe if you don't want to miss them.